welcome you all for this meeting. Like everybody we have in our life, we have missions. In the same way, our MCTC club is also having one mission. So I will, before calling that mission in front of you, I would like to tell you that 4 ground rules that we usually follow during our meeting. First, please refrain from cross talking. Second, please switch off your mobile or keep it on the silent mode. I am giving you 10 seconds for that. Third, in our meeting we usually don't talk about sex, religion and politics. And fourth, whenever a speaker is delivering a speech, please refrain yourself from going out or coming inside you. So let's recite our Toastmasters mission. I would like all of you to please stand up and raise your right hand forward and say after me. The mission of Toastmaster Club is to provide positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to follow leadership skills and communication skills in which they can be helped to develop their personal growth and self-confidence. Thank you very much. You may sit. And then I announce the meeting to be open, and now I would like to call someone who is very entertaining, very energetic as well, helping, caring, all the good qualities he is having. So please allow me to call the presiding officers for today's meeting, Toastmaster Rahul.
Toastmaster Neelam, a beautiful good morning to everyone. My name is Rahul. I am serving as the presiding officer for today's meeting, and I welcome you all to the 603rd meeting of Millennium City Toastmasters Club. So let's have an energetic start. Before we get started, I would like to tell you about that the club has been running for more than 12 years now, and every Sunday we meet to work on a single and ultimate goal, that is to become a better leader and a better communicator. Today's meeting is filled with an informational but exciting session on the theme that will be given by our very own Toastmaster of the day, followed by some wonderful speakers will be giving speeches, then a fun and exciting session of table topics. We call it impromptu speech. Followed by, and lastly, with the evaluation, we try to give you the feedback, the report, what we did better and what we could improve. But before we get started, I can see a couple of guests. So I request guests to share something about them, something that they want to share, and how they did know about the club and Toastmasters and what is their expectation from it. So let's start.
Hi everyone, I am Dishika and this is my first session today. And I recently graduated from college and now I'm preparing for an MBA. So I want to develop my communication skills because I am very nervous. And I really hope this opportunity helps me develop some really great leadership skills and not be nervous in front of a crowd.
Thank you.
was from Millennium.
I think we have covered all the guests. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you,
Share some
Nayanshi. Greetings everyone, my name is Nandita. I'm an existing Toastmasters. My club's name is Gurgaon Leaders Toastmasters Club. It's been 3 years with them. And CTC also is like home, so when Saturdays get busy, I come here. And I request for some slots, so I'll be giving a speech.
You can see a bit because I'm not able to see. With this, it is time to invite the Toastmaster of the day. And today's Toastmaster of the day is someone who is very energetic, who is very young, and she is currently pursuing her graduation. Today she is going to talk about on the theme Wait and React. In today's digital world with social media platforms, it's easy to spread false news, fake news. And that is why it is important for us to believe only selected or not every platforms. Be aware of the false news and fake news. She is going to talk about this in detail. She is going to share information, tips and tricks to basically identify those fake news and false news. Let's invite the very energetic Toastmaster, Ms. Khan.
Hi everyone, a very good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
First of all, I'm not doing my graduation. I'm marketing executive. No, wait. Just telling. Okay, alright. So I am the Toastmaster of the day. What is my purpose? Two things. First of all, I'm supposed to segment all the different sections of the meeting together. I will tell you about the different segments Rahul has already briefed on it. I'll just go a little bit more in detail. The other thing that I will do is that I have a small segment prepared, as Rahul said about the world that we're living in right now, misinformation, disinformation, malinformation is everywhere, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. So first of all, let's go through the meeting structure. So after beginning with my segment, we will have 3 prepared speeches that we have for the day. After that, we will have table topics which are important speeches. So prepared speeches are the ones where the topic is decided by the Toastmasters themselves based on the project and the pathways that they are running. Table topics will be given on the spot. So the guests are also encouraged to participate in it. This is for you to come here and get a feel of what the stage is like. Then after that, we have evaluation, which we call it that another public speaker, where you're told where you can improve, what you did well, and just an overall evaluation of how you did. We also have in the middle something called audience feedback. So after every speech, after every segment, you'll be given 1 minute to write feedback of what you thought the session was like, where you think they can improve. So it's not just dedicated evaluators, it's everyone else as well. Right? So let's go to the word of the day. So the purpose of the word of the day is for us to learn new words every single day, incorporate them in our vocabulary. And for today, our word is resilient. The meaning is to be able to recover quickly from difficulties, tough and adaptable. Synonym would be strong, adaptable, flexible. Antonym would be rigid, fragile and sensitive. A sentence here could be, she revealed a resilient spirit in the face of tragedy. Right? So anytime someone uses the word resilient, you will do a function. Is that clear? So first of all, we will begin with our joke master of the day. We have Toastmaster Panchal. Let's invite Toastmaster Panchal. So he joined us in April 2025. He's a senior manager in data science. He's joining Toastmasters to become more confident in our public speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Back in school, I used to like almost all the subjects except English. Grammar was like that. Take this example. When you get drunk, what do you say? I am drunk, right? Which is weird because you should say I am drinking or I am drunk. Right? Such a beautiful phrase describes the person. See, you drink, drink, then you are done. Have you ever done something so much that you become the past tense of that activity? Right? So I think the first person who actually said this was actually a drunk and it get caught up. Right? So next I will tell you the most useless word in the English language. Most useless word, which is here. H-E-R-E. Most useless word. So yesterday I called my friend my home and he went somewhere else. From there he called me. Man, I am here. Where are you? I picked up the phone. Bro, I am also here. And he exchanged zero information. Right? Zero information. Such a useless word. Whenever you have to say here, right, you have to do one action along it. Where do I keep this? Here. Right? Here. It can't be like that. Where do I keep this? Here. Right? It doesn't make any sense. Even if you, like, I think, in my mind, I think that you just sit here so that your mouth does not feel lonely. Right? You can say any word like this. Where do I keep this? Toy. Yeah, that's all. That's my technique.
Alright, perfect. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Passion. Next, we will move on to our general evaluator who will be introducing her team to us today. May I please invite Toastmaster Soul to make this speech now. Can we have a round of applause, please? Toastmaster Soul joined us in 2022 and she is Deputy General and she. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Seems energy level is very low. Just clap. Where is our energy level? Besides, it is here. Clap from this place. Do like this. It's do like this. I very recently learned this from one of the very prominent speakers. After rubbing like this, you take it here. Your energy is going inside. Now say again, good morning. Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Kritika is still sleeping. I am general evaluator for today's meeting and I will be evaluating the meeting as a whole. What is going good and what needs to be added to make it more effective. For the entire evaluation, I am not alone. I have two teams. One is the tag player and the second team is known as the evaluator, a group of evaluators. First, let me tell you about the second team. That is, there are 3 speeches and there will be 3 evaluators who will be evaluating individual speaker's speech. Now, coming to the first team, there are 3 role players. This team is called as tag role player. That is timer, counter, and grammarian. So first, let me invite timer. And today, Mr. Toastmaster Saksham is playing the role of the timer. Would request Toastmaster Saksham to come forward and read out the speech objective. Huge round of applause for
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests.
Good
I am your timer for today. My role as a timer is to make sure that the meeting runs smoothly and on time. Because in Toastmaster, time management is as important as content delivery and about the schedule. For every segment, I will be monitoring the time whether it would be prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and evaluation. I would be using my time phone as a timer and these color signals to make sure that you guys see where the time is going. Let's start with the prepared speeches. We usually have 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will be showing this green signal, which makes sure that the minimum time is availed and you are qualified for the awards and dedication at the end. At 6 minutes, I will be showing this yellow card, which means the midpoint has been reached. And at 7 minutes, I will be showing this red card, which means you have maxed out your time and you have 30 seconds to wind up your speech. For the icebreakers, the time duration comes down to 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, this green card will be shown. At 5 minutes, this yellow card, and at 6, this red card, and again 30 more seconds will be given for concluding your speech. Now coming back to the second segment, that is table topic speeches, you will be getting 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will be showing this green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, this yellow one. And at 2 minutes, this red one. And again, you will get 30 seconds to wind up your speech. Now coming back to evaluation, you will get 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will be showing this green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, this yellow one. And at 3 minutes, this red one. And again, 30 more seconds to wind up your speech. At the end of the meeting, I will be sharing the report and will help you to understand who all are qualified or who all are disqualified for the awards and celebration. So let's aim for a PP delivery, powerful and punctual one. Back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for telling us PP delivery, powerful and punctual one. The second role player is on a counter and the role is being played by Toastmaster Ashish Singh. Help me to welcome Toastmaster Ashish Singh.
Recently, I was watching one of the debates, and a very eminent speaker was giving opinion on the early rising of monsoon, and his entire speech he could use it was very awkward situation and boring also. Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I am Ashish Singh, and I am today going to jot down the inappropriate interjections such as like, so, and sounds like I will be presenting my report at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. Be prepared to know where do you use the words like Now, third role player is Toastmaster Pratik. I would request Toastmaster Pratik. Let's welcome Toastmaster Pratik.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, so today I will play the role of grammarian, and as a grammarian, my role is to pay close attention to the language used during the meeting. So I will note down some good uses of the language and some incorrect uses of the language. And I will also introduce word of the day, which is resilient, which means to be able to recover through difficulties. For example, in today's life, being resilient is more valuable than being perfect. So I encourage all of you to use the word of the day most in your speech, and I request everyone to just give a sign of thumbs up whenever someone uses word of the day, and I will present my report by the end of the meeting.
Whenever someone is using the word of the day, you have to show thumbs up. I will come with my evaluation towards the end of the session. With this, I would request Toastmaster of the day to take over his case.
Alright, okay, perfect. So, Toastmaster Rahul already introduced the theme, which is wait and react. Before we dive deep into it, I have a small quiz. F and M here stands not for me. It's fact and myth. Okay? So I will present certain sentences. You have to tell me whether it's a fact or a myth. So how we can proceed said I will present the statement, I'll say fact. You raise your hand if you think it's a fact. If you think it's a myth, then when I say myth, you raise your hand. Is anyone clear with the rules? Okay. Please do not say fact or myth. Okay. First, the Great Wall of China is visible from space. Fact. Okay. How many think it's a myth? Okay. Let's see what it is. It is a myth. Alright, next. Humans evolved from chimpanzees. Fact. Okay. One. Myth. Okay. It is a myth. Humans evolved from apes. Chimpanzees also evolved from apes. Two different species. The word muscle comes from the Latin term meaning little mouse, which is what ancient Romans thought flex bicep muscles resembled. Fact. Myth. This one is a fact. Alright. Reading in dim light ruins your eyes. Fact. Myth. This one is a myth. The 5-second rule for drop food is factual. Fact. Okay. Myth. This one is critical, unfortunately. The sun has a sound that the human ear is incapable of hearing. Fact. Myth. This one is a fact. This is actually extremely recent news that you must have seen. It has a very horrible sound. Extremely horrible sound. Earth is a sphere. Fact. Myth. It's a myth. Earth is actually a geoid. It has a little bit of a hollow area there, but we say Earth is a geoid. We don't say Earth is a sphere. Alright, you can that might be related to that. Congrats for score reveals. Nothing about you. So essentially my purpose of doing this is that you all clearly saw what was going on here. There's 50% of the room that believes wrong information, 50% believes right information. Now, in the sentences I presented, it is okay for you to have believed the wrong information because it is not harmful. But in the world that we live in today, where we have so many things going on, there's a lot of information which has the potential to impact the psychology, to impact the way the news travels, to impact the daily lives of people. So we have to be extremely, extremely careful in what we take, what information we take in, and what we spread. Right? So we have mainly three kinds of information. There's misinformation, disinformation, malinformation. Misinformation, disinformation, both of them are misinformation, disinformation, both of them are false information. But misinformation is not intended to cause harm. Disinformation is meant to manipulate. When we look at malinformation, it is information that came from the truth, but it was exaggerated so that it was misleading. Right? So these are mainly the three kinds of information that we will see. This is how I categorize them. If you see Kal Hona Ho, we can label them all: disinformation, disinformation, malinformation. It's any gender that plays the role of a neighborhood auntie. And he said, oh my god, you know, Rama was moving with that guy. And then you go and spread out that information everywhere. Right? Whether it be factual or not. So, I've given some examples over here. For instance, if we say misinformation, we say XX politician announces free laptops for all college students. Now, this is disinformation because it's meant to manipulate you for voting for a particular political party. But for instance, if a blog is amplifying it because they think it is true, then it becomes misinformation because they did not intend to cause harm. They were just trying to talk to their audience, tell their audience what they thought was this. For example, during COVID, we've heard this multiple times that COVID cure has been found by Indian scientists. Not harmful information, but impacts us negatively. When we look at disinformation, it is intended to manipulate. So, for instance, opposition leader, someone accepts right from foreign powers, or what we heard again, Patanjali has found the cure to COVID, and it's a lawsuit that they've just managed to get off. Right? So, this becomes disinformation because it was meant to increase profits. When we talk about malinformation, leaked CCTV footage shows celebrity XS arguing in private. Maybe they were talking in private. We don't know if they were arguing in private. But we have to increase the TRP of the news that we're watching, so we'll say anything at all that we do. So, for example, we say doctor says vaccines are useless, but you miss the line without proper boosters. So that becomes a problem. So now, how do you spot false information? There are a few key things that you can see. Does it provoke an emotional response? Does it make a bold statement on a controversial issue? Is it an extraordinary claim? Does it
neutral information, which is to say that they provide information from both sides. If you see them being too biased towards a particular thing, that's a red flag, and you should take a note of that. You can do reverse image search using Google Lens. So Google Lens is basically a tool through which you can scan an image or even a video, and then it will take you to any other videos or images of that kind that already exist on the internet. So you can then go and see the context again, so you will know whether it's right or not. Online fact checkers such as Reuters, maybe even websites dedicated to that, are always bursting myths about information. Always cross-check the source of the information and leave WhatsApp universally random, please. Right? Okay, now we will do the same thing with images. This time it's not fact or myth, but I'll just tell you some ways so you can point out whether this image is right or not. Whenever a lady has straight hair, even if it's AI generated, it will look like pink. It might be that the text is indecipherable as if you're not able to make out what is written towards the back, even though it's a pretty close shot, so you should be able to. The background is surreal, it's messed up. There's asymmetry. So AI very funnily cannot, actually I'll take that to a zero. But take a note of the asymmetry. There's always weird things. The teeth is overlapping with the lower lip somehow, it gets mushed and blurred. There's messy hair, very elegant. But these are not pictures that you see at the first go in your resume. Right? So now, let's do another test. Can you tell me what's wrong with this picture? Would someone like to volunteer? One person. Quickly, that is not please. What do you think is wrong with this picture? I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay.
They are underage.
8, 7,
The number of fingers.
Perfect, exactly. The number of fingers. If you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AI is notoriously known for always miscounting the number of fingers. I don't know why, because it's quite straightforward, but that's just as it is. Next volunteer, anyone? 10, 9, 8, okay, what else? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You didn't see the floating arm there, no? Floating hand. Is it? Where's the pattern? Yeah. So these pictures are so you're not able to figure it out so easily. So you really have to be careful in what you say. We also have deep fakes. Okay, so I will just very quickly make this face.
Not just a Cadbury ad. This Diwali, we helped hundreds of small businesses by making India's biggest brand ambassador be their brand ambassador.
इस दिवाली आप भी अपने पास वाले फैशन और एम्पोरियम से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करें और फिर एम्पायर फुटवेयर नाम तो सुना होगा ना अपना स्टाइलिश चश्मा बबल वाले हेवन एम्बिशन से ही लें सिद्धि विनायक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से लेटेस्ट स्मार्टफोन खरीद कर हम आपके द्वारा सिद्धि पोस्ट करना
क्या कर रहे हो? मीठा लाए कि नहीं?
आया होने यार अपने पास वाले रोशन के राना से आप भी अपना मीटर वहीं से
We used machine learning to recreate Shah Rukh Khan's face and voice to take the local store names in the ads.
इस दिवाली आप भी अपने पास वाले चॉइस ऑफ फैशन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करें पास वाले आजकल फैशन से ही रॉयल फैशन से ही एनके क्लॉथ से ही पास वाले लक्ष्मी कलेक्शन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करें इस दिवाली आप
Different versions of
So you get the idea. Okay? We use machine learning to estimate the way that you'll be seeing something, and you can do things like this. This is not harmful. This has full consent, but this is not always the case, right? So I've not created further presentation on this, but some key telltales of deepfakes is that the face, just this part, will be very low. You'll see that it's not exactly same in print. Like there's also ears, which I was telling you about earlier. Ears is extremely hard for AI to capture, I'm not sure why, but it's just that everyone's ear is very different. So it becomes very easy to point out when a ear is messed up. Another thing that AI doesn't do well is symmetry, which is where your eyes, one will be here, one will be here, or one will be here, one will be here. That also happens quite often. So there are a lot of different telltales of deepfakes. Be curious, question everything you see, and please, just any information that you see specifically now, please be extremely careful and vigilant before you forward it to any of your relatives.
stories by your grandparents? Thank you. Like all of you, I also love listening to the stories, and I remember all of them to the T. Like all of you and like me, there was a kid in a small village in Turkey, and he went to his grandfather and he said, I would not sleep if you don't tell me a story today. Grandfather was tired like me and thought, let's tell a story. And that day, he wanted to tell a life-changing story. So he said, we all of us have two wolves inside us. Two wolves. A good one and a bad one. So the good one says that you are a star. You can do anything you want in this world. You are kind. You can dream. And you can conquer this world. We also have a bad wolf inside us. It says you are average. Just stay behind the backdrop. Stay in your village. This is where you belong. Cities are dangerous. The world outside is not meant for you. They are for different breed of people. Just average. He listened to it. He says, Grandpa, so they stay with us together, and do they also grow with us? He said, no. For any animal, if you want them to grow, you need to give them food. And in this case also, you need to decide whom do you want to feed. So, if you feed your good wolf by listening to it, it will grow. It will give you power. It will give you strength to leave your village, to go to a city, to explore this world, to be kind, to be a star and change. But if you listen to your bad wolf, it will make you small, it will keep you in the background, it will keep you here, and it will always tell you that you belong, that you are from a village and you will always belong here. This is your home. Stay here and stay safe. So, how can I grow the good one? Because bad one will kill me, I feel so. Says, keep listening to your good one and keep ignoring the bad one. I don't know what happened in my life, whether it was circumstances or part of my personality. I let the bad wolf dominate, and slowly the good wolf came down, the strength it died. So while the life is very natural and seems very natural to everybody, the moment any important event comes up in life, the bad wolf comes up without any invitation. I will quote this with few examples. Recently, I have to go to my daughter's parent-teacher meeting. I was getting ready. I was in front of mirror, and the bad wolf from the cupboard came up and said, there is a crease in your shirt. You are not looking proper, you are tired. That's a school of posh people where posh parents come and you don't belong there. Better stay at home. Today morning, when I was coming here for presentation, it came back from the cupboard once again. It told me, that's a different club. You can just simply write a message that I'm busy. It's been quite some time you are away from Toastmasters. Don't try a new thing. There are lots of things to be done at home. Stay at home. Whenever there is an important presentation in colleges or at my workplace, it tells me, do the background work. You are meant for the background work. Let your seniors lead the presentation. They have much experience than you. Even though you are an expert in the topic, but this is not the time for you. And to fight these voices which comes from within is extremely difficult, because they stay with you. And this is not depression, this is not anxiety, this is a very normal life. all of you, I also had some friends, the same ones, and I went to them and I said, what can I do? I need to do something, otherwise I always play small in my life, like always at the back. And they were quite Gen Z, so they said, maybe substance like try LSD. I said, what? Life is already ruined, don't take me to those ways. But they were the same ones. I said, Dad, try this approach. L is for listen. So whenever these voices come, listen to them because they are part of your life. They will come back. So you have to listen, don't ignore. And the second, if you are listening to me attentively, I want to take you this one thing away. That is snap. So snap is a technique wherein it says that you wear a rubber band. I don't wear a rubber band, so I wear this black so that it makes me more inclusive. Whenever this thought comes up, I just snap, like snap. Keep snapping up. So this signals your brain that it is wrong. You need to stop here. And D is displace. Displace is when it tells me that that's a school of posh people, you don't belong there, I say I'm going to make a difference. When it says that you don't go to MCTC, stay at home, I say that I have remaining 8 hours, I can do my task. When it says that you don't give this presentation, give your chances to a senior, I say that I work hard and I'm going to make a difference. So displace all these negative thoughts, listen to them, listen to the voices within. They will grow small, but it will take a lot of time. Till then, listening, keep snapping. You can find a different way to do this, but doing it makes a difference. And this place, tell them that you are going to be a star, you are going to make a difference in this world, and you will be a star. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we'll move on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Nayanshi. Requesting Toastmaster Millennium to please provide an introduction of the.
So Toastmaster Nayanshi's her pathways is presentation mastery, project level 2 and project number is also 2, and her speech title for today's speech is Fear.
Alright.
So I welcome Toastmaster Nayanshi. Please welcome her, all of you.
So Toastmaster Nayanshi joined us in October 2024. She's a subject matter expert at physics. Toastmaster Nayanshi, fear Toastmaster Nayanshi.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So every one of us must have some type of fear, right?
Yes.
Fear of rejection, fear of heights. Have you ever doubted yourself?
Yes.
So people say sometimes the hardest prison to escape is the one you build in your own mind. After completing class 12th, I didn't choose teaching, but the teaching chose me. Because something very terrible happened in my life that to manage bread and butter I had to earn. And I didn't have any other option, so I started teaching in one of the small area-wise schools. At first, it was blessings for me. I was getting money to manage bread and butter of my family. The staff was very supportive, students were very kind enough, and the director was very generous. But I realized that I stopped growing. Because whenever I thought that I could apply for other jobs, bubbles appeared and asked, "Were you sure enough? You are not qualified enough. You have just done 12th. What if you would be rejected?" And then I reject myself before anyone else. With this, I stayed in the same school not only for 1 year, not only for 2 years, for long 5 years. People call it comfort zone, but for me, it was not comfortable at all. It was just safe, familiar, but inside me, a war was going on. Then, I finally decided I had to face my fears. And the amazing part of my life was, people believed in me, but I didn't believe myself. I remember there was a school I admired a lot. I was like, wow, I wish I could get a job there. But then again, a small devil appeared on my left shoulder and whispered in my ears, "You are just a graduate. They had top-notch candidates. Why would they select you only? What if you would be rejected?" Again, I rejected myself before anyone else. And I didn't take a step. But by God's grace, I got a helping hand. One of my family members encouraged me to go and apply. She said, "What the worst will happen? You will be rejected, no worries. Your life would not be the end." I collected my courage and applied. And guess what? I got selected in just one round of interview. And that was the day I stepped out of my comfort zone. With just one step, one push that changed my entire life. And that day I realized fear is a liar. It tells you to be safe where you are, but in reality it tells you to be underconfident. And it doesn't scream loud, it just whispers in your ear that you cannot do. I stayed in one school for long 5 years just because of one fear that is in my body, in my mind, not outside. Everyone encouraged me, everyone motivated me, but the fear was inside my mind that I could not do. And in reality, I could do. So, and the one push that changed my entire life. Sometimes you just need a one push to take a step. So, my dear friends, if you are thinking to do something, to start something, don't wait for right time, because right time is now. At last, I just want to say, fear tells you to be safe, to stay there where you are. But you just have to take one brave step to prove it wrong. And your entire life will be changed. Thank you, everyone.
Alright, 1 minute silence for feedback, please.
guests, I hope you have the QR code with you. Do you not have it? You can scan it from someone else's phone. The link would have been shared on the group. Nearby members requesting you please to help the guests around you. Alright, okay, thank you so much. Now we will move on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Rahul Ron. We have our evaluator, Toastmaster Bishop. Alright, Toastmaster Bishop, please.
Toastmaster Rahul is giving his project level 3 level 3 project 2 speech today, and his speech title is Affairs Ready. All very best to your Rahul, and I'm sure you will be mesmerized with your speech because the speech purpose is also storytelling.
Alright, perfect. So, Toastmaster Rahul joined us in 2022. He's a data scientist who loves traveling, fitness, watching anime. Toastmaster Rahul, a friend's wedding Toastmaster. Can we have a huge round of applause, please?
Marriage is a beautiful social event. It is a way of establishing new bonds between two people and their family. It is said that when you marry a person, you don't just marry him, you marry their soul. In fact, after marriage, there are two bodies and one soul. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, honestly, a wedding isn't just about the bride, the groom, and their families. It's about me and you as well. Imagine a wedding, there are no guests. Without me, without you. Difficult to imagine. Weddings are fun times with lots of music, dance, parties, and different activities. It's a grand event. Recently, I attended one of my college friends' wedding in Varanasi. After a really long time, I get to meet some of my college friends. It was 5 p.m. in the evening. The Barat was supposed to be leaving at 7. If you don't know what is a Barat, it is a wedding parade. Basically, a dance party on the street where the groom arrives like a Bollywood superstar. Even if the groom doesn't know how to dance, he has to dance. While the bride watches from the window, judging every step of the groom. The wedding was in Varanasi. Varanasi might not be very popular as Gurgaon. You might not be aware about the traffic there, but let me tell you, it is a lot worse. We decided to spend some time visiting the ghats and experience the majestic Aarti rituals. As you all know, Barats are usually a couple of hours late. We opened the Google map, set the destination, and left immediately. But it was really bad, as there was a lot of traffic. It was a wedding season, and we could find Barat everywhere. So Google, as usual, gave us a different route. The route wasn't great as well. There were a lot of gullies, but we trusted in app and took it anyway. When we were almost close to the destination, to the cars, there was a canal. There was a bridge, however, but Google Map could not tell us that. There was a barrier recently constructed which allowed only 2 wheels, not the 4 wheels. We were hopeless. We had to go back half a distance, take a different route. We were already running behind time, but somehow we managed and reached the destination. But it was already 7 p.m. in the evening. The Aarti rituals happened from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We were already late. So we decided, since we are already here, let's take a boat ride, visit few ghats, few places, and then leave. We planned, we'll apologize to our friend that we could not make it to the Barat. We completed the ride at around 8 p.m. Then hurried up to the venue. We were already getting a lot of calls from our groom's brother that, where are you guys? The Barat is about to leave. What the hell are you doing? He said, we are arriving soon. You see, we still had to change our dress. But we decided to attend the Barat in the same casual attire without thinking twice about the impression. Luckily, we reached in time to catch them midway. We sang, we danced, we enjoyed every moment. The whole experience was unexpected, but awesome. Friends, wedding is not just about rituals. They are full of fun activities, surprises, and a bit of adventure. There are ways to escape daily routines and enjoy moments with your close ones. It's a perfect reunion. Over the years, you have had a lot of friends, but because of your busy schedules, you have gotten out of touch. Weddings are a perfect place to bring them together under one roof, giving you unforgettable days to reconnect, laugh, and relive those good times. And who knows, maybe that's where you made your special song. So, when you get an invite, without thinking twice, say yes, pack your bags, and dive into celebration. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Alright, 1 minute for the 1 minute silence for evaluation. Alright, perfect. That marks the end of the prepared speeches segment. Now we will move on to what Toastmasters considers as the most exciting session. We have a table topic session. So let me invite the table topics master for the day, Toastmaster Ashish.
He joined us in 2019. He is the HR head at an MNC and he enjoys reading. Over to you. Can we have a huge round of applause, please?
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. As mentioned by the Toastmaster today, that I am the table topping master of this session. Those who are the members already aware that what this role does, but in the interest of the guest, I'd like to tell you what we exactly do in table topping session. So usually you are invited on the stage and given a random topic to speak on. You are given 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the topic that you have got. So there are various approaches that we use to tackle the topics. So one of the approaches that is quite prevalent in Toastmasters is Oreo approach. So Oreo stands for opinion. So once you get the topic, give your opinion about the topic, then put forward the reasoning that why this opinion you are holding on this topic, and then support your reasoning with the examples, and then conclude your speech with the reasoning with an opinion. So that's the approach that we use. So you can have any approaches that you feel comfortable with. The only idea is that you should be reasonable and you should have there is a proper conclusion of the speech that you are giving on the topic. Timing rules, as earlier mentioned by the timer, that 1 minute is the minimum time that you have to speak. If you are speaking for less than a minute, you will be debarred from the voting. And then 1 minute, after 1 minute, you will be shown the green card, and 1.5 minutes will be shown the yellow card, and after 2 minutes, you will be shown the red card, and another 30 seconds you will be given as a grace time to wrap up your speech. So the theme that I have chosen for today's meeting is guilty or not guilty. Right? So you all are not speaker, you are all accused. Right? So what I am going to do is that I will accuse you of some crazy crimes that you have done, and your job is to either defend yourself confidently or completely confess that you have done it and put forward the reason why. So that's the way we'll go. So the one who does well win the most guilty Toastmaster award today. Right? So let's open. I'm opening the floor. So who is going to volunteer first? Please, can you have a round of applause? What's your name?
Amit.
Amit. So Amit, first, you are accused of replying to a serious work email with GIF file of a dancing cat. Your manager is not amused. Explain your answer.
Hello guys, so the topic I've been given is sending some GIF as a reply on a serious email to my manager. Manager is of course not very happy with this. So there was some instance, so there were a lot of email chain going on with the serious contents, and I felt that this is maybe for the management it is kind of serious matter, but for our day-to-day work it is not that serious. So that was the reason I chose to reply my manager with this dancing cat emoji or GIF. I guess since in my opinion the matter was not that serious, so it is okay to be share this kind of emoji, but manager may be looking for some other responses, and that is the way, or that is the reason why he was not amused. I would say in my opinion it is fine, but maybe not that great for him. Right? So, to me it's fine.
Can you have a round applause for him because
We didn't have the courage to. Come
so
on.
now I'd like to invite the members first because they'll model it that how the table talk is delivered. So anyone from the member session? Gaurav, can we have a round of applause for Gaurav? So Gaurav, you are charged with serious offense, eating a last piece of a cake that was clearly marked for CEO only. So what do you plead and why?
Well, this topic you are given, I mean, unfortunately, opportunity, and I'm going to a debate today. So, quite topical. So, I mean, the CEO, it was a birthday event, and it was an office colleague that we were celebrating the birthday for. And yeah, we had a great party. Everyone had a few drinks, and there were laughter, and then everyone was enjoying, and it was a great event. And we had a few interactions with the CEO and the senior management as well. The cake came in, and there were a lot of people, so everyone had their pieces, and it was the group that was quite a bit tipsy. They had a lot, and the CEO was part of that group as well. So I believe that he had already had a share, and that the last piece I had been away from the meeting, away from the party for some time, and I came back and saw that piece. I had not eaten the cake, so I came and I ate that. So I am not guilty. I was not the one who ate the last piece. I ate the last piece, but I'm sure it was not the CEO who did not have a share. So, thank you. Let's make this.
Confess to his crime. So, who is the next speaker? Take a lead role. So, first you. So there is an evidence that you have been secretly using your pet's shampoo.
A pet shampoo.
Your dog smell like a roses. You smell like the same. So defend yourself.
To be fair, okay, so he accused me correctly that I've been using my dog's shampoo. To be fair to the dog and to myself, I'd like to say that the shampoo is indeed very good. Well, with all the clever marketing and chemicals which are added to to the shampoos which are made for human beings, the same thing is not done for dogs. They're given the material in their shampoo has natural ingredients and herbs and roses, as you mentioned. In fact, I've shampooed my hair with the same shampoo today. I'm pretty sure that Tanav, who is sitting beside me, might have smelled the roses. I don't think it's a big crime, although my dog might be a little bit offended. Though he can't speak anything, he just barks. So, yes, I'm guilty of the crime, but I do not think that it is a big crime.
One suggestion: do not look into the eyes of
Toastmaster.
because you have to basically look into.
But he accused me.
Maybe I am using him and I'm trying to react.
You don't have to explain.
No, you have to convince the audience. during a Zoom meeting, your camera was on, but you were completely still. Later you claim that your screen froze. Later you claim that your screen froze. The truth is that that you were sleeping. Guilty or not guilty? Got the topic? So
Yes.
let's read.
I got the topic. It was a tough night. I was awake late, enjoying with my friend, playing FIFA, and the time was around 3 a.m. when I slept. Morning I had a meeting and I opened the Zoom link. Like I am accused of, I forgot to turn off my camera, and I realized the mic was on and I started speaking. I was in the bed and I have been explaining, giving my presentation, and everybody noticed me, but nobody said a thing. And later on, after the meeting was wrapped up, I was told that I was on the bed and that it was not a very good etiquette. So clearly, I have been found guilty, and there is no way I should differ from telling me I am not. I have also sent an email to my boss justifying the crime that I did, and hopefully, since it was committed for the very first time, I have been given just a minor threat, and I hope it's not a big loss. So that's
How many topics we can pick? Now you have time?
But cover all the members who have not taken note. They go to university of
something I can defend.
Please do not influence the
So you are guilty of using your speech time, 7 minutes speech time to promote your cake business.
Why?
Cake business. Right, so in your speech, 7 minutes speech, you use most of your time promoting your business. So defend, not confess. Ready?
Yep.
Work.
In my defense, the cake is very good. Please, it has very good frosting. I will take all of this 2 minutes to keep talking about the cake as well. Because this cake, I'm telling you, they have not paid me any money. I'm just waiting for the payment to go through, and then I will stop talking about this. Please, this cake is very good. You will find it nearby almost everywhere. And the dough is so good. Sometimes it's a little undercooked, but that's okay. Just eat it. It's gonna be great. I do confess of the crime. But please try the cake. It comes in many flavors. There's chocolate. Sometimes there's vanilla, I think. Depends on their mood if they want to make it. And yeah. I will keep on talking about this, even in the jail. I will keep on talking about this until the payment goes through. It was a great deal, and they said that they will pay me in cakes as well. So please, just buy the cake, and yeah, you can arrest me now.
Toastmaster Nayanshi. So yes, have you done tabletop master before? So you are accused of deliberately choosing table topic master role to take revenge on the speakers who gave you very difficult topic when they were table topic masters. Right. So I reflect on that.
I will defend this because I think in Toastmaster there is no one to take elements. We are here for learning. But yes, as a funny part, I will not take a name to person, but speaker A, when I joined first day as a guest, he asked come, and I was there, and he given me most difficult topic of the Toastmaster. Do you know what was it? Tell me about your first date in front of your wife. Do you think it's an easy topic? Being in a married, I can't take this. So I simply say, she is my first girlfriend. But I am on camera, I am saying that was a lie. And later on, when I went to home, she asked, but you told about her. I said, yes, she was not my girlfriend. She is my friend, that is girl. And then she said, okay, that is very good. Now you are molding the story. No, I am molding the story. It's story in the mold. And my saying came, Papa, what is mom saying? No, Papa, that is saying some another mode of another. It's not your business. Then say, do we are siblings? No, babe, you are only single child. And that's the end of the story. Thank you.
So I'm left with only 2 topics, and that's related to Toastmaster.
You can invite guests.
You can invite guests and take us in general to
They can assume that they are Toastmasters.
Okay. So guests, any of you would like to come? What's your name? Tanmay. So can we have a round of applause for Tanmay? Topic. So it's first time you're coming to Toastmaster. So you listen to the speeches, right? So you are accused of nodding your head and smile throughout the speech. But actually you were completely daydreaming. Now the speaker wants, since you were very attentive for the speaker, now the speaker wants you to be his mentor. Ready? Okay. So how? What do you think?
Okay, so there is no point in saying that I was listening to his speech because I was not. I was actually daydreaming about some work that is to be done tonight, which was important. So I'll directly confront him that he say I did not listen to your speech. I was thinking something else, and I would definitely apologize him for not being attentive, and ask him that you can find some other mentor. I can't be that because I haven't listened, haven't paid attention to your whatever hold in front of the audience. So I would directly say to him and confront him.
So I will like last topic to go.
Ashish.
Okay, you can invite both the event guests. Or you can invite both of them at the same time. So it's up to you.
How much time do you have left?
We have that.
We have time. I'm running out of topic.
Okay.
We can add some general topics.
You come out with a topic, right? So,
Okay, very good.
So well, so one of the guests, you please come, and then I invite the guest. So what's your name?
Shefali.
Shefali. Can we have a round of applause for Shefali? So you must have noticed that after the speech there was a break for 1 minute. Any feedback? Right, so you are accused of clapping accidentally at the wrong time during 1 minute break cycle. Everyone followed. You started clapping during the break and everyone followed. Do you admit to start a Toastmasters stampede? What the topic?
I got the topic.
So during the break, you accidentally clap and everybody follows suit. So do you admit that you want to start a Toastmasters stampede by clapping at the wrong time?
No, so in my defense, it was just a very simple mistake where I accidentally just clapped my hands at the wrong time because I didn't hear or I didn't see. So I was just naturally a bit late, so that's why I clapped. And people started following me, which is not my fault. It's very easy to be mistaken by someone clapping, so that's probably why people clap. But to call it a full-blown stampede is not correct because that's not something which I would do. Yeah, that's just not something which I would do. So I think in my defense, I wouldn't do that. So yeah.
Yeah, please, ma'am. So this is the last speaker. We have Dishita.
So basically topic would be, she told her parents that she is going to Manali for an interview. Instead she went there with her friends for the pitch.
So in my defense, it was actually an interview, but with a friend. Okay, I was meeting an online friend. Okay, so I did go to Manali and I did fake some paperwork regarding some interviews. Yeah, I did fake things because I wouldn't be allowed to go if I told them the truth. Okay, my parents are very strict. They do not let me go out, and yeah, also, you know, going alone makes me confident about myself. Okay, I am not guilty of lying to my parents, but I am guilty of going there and enjoying myself instead of being stressed for an interview. Yeah, that's it.
Well, this comes to the end of this session. I'd like to appreciate all the speakers for coming up with your points in defense and in confusion. So, can we have a round of applause for all the participants? With this, I'd like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
What a wonderful session. It was extremely different. This is not how traditional table topic sessions go, where we just have a topic with this kind of theme. That made it extremely interesting. Let's have a minute's silence for the evaluation. So please do that.
5 minutes break.
I thought we would do the evaluation 1 minute and then break.
No, let's start with the break.
Alright, okay, then let's take a break for 5 minutes. Please speak to each other and then we'll have an evaluation session which can get a little heavy. So we've started prioritizing the break. So please feel free to let go.
Something which you can relate to.
Alright, perfect. I hope everyone had time to connect with someone else, someone new, hopefully. Now we will move on to our general evaluation session. And to take that forward, I would like to invite Toastmaster Sonu again. Can you give me a round of applause?
Good morning, everyone. Again, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Now it's time for evaluation. First, we will have the specific evaluators here, and then we will move to the second team, that is tag role player. So the first evaluator is Toastmaster Kritika. Toastmaster Kritika. She is evaluating Toastmaster Snail Task Team. Huge round of applause for her.
speaker made use of this title as well as her objective of storytelling wonderfully. I think each one of us could imagine the two wolves in our head, the bad wolf and the good wolf, the way she was using the stage entirely to tell us which is the bad wolf, which is the good wolf, who was telling her what and how she was just ignoring some things and taking up some things. That was wonderfully done, Toastmasters Nayanshi. The stage movement was portrayed perfectly, I should say. Coming to the content of the speech, it was very well formed. The story and then how you gave examples about your own life and how you would have listened to the bad wolf and your friends told how to get away from that. That was wonderfully done. But yeah, every speech has few recommendations to improve, and it was very difficult for me to find those in her speech, truly speaking. So, keeping the level of speeches I have heard from you, keeping that as bar, I am giving this recommendation. Today I found a little, maybe I would say the voice was a little less appealing, because generally I have heard a lot of your speeches and your voice is very appealing. So a little more appealing would be better. Say for example, when you are saying about the bad wolf, maybe this is voice modulation which you would have used, that you should not do this kind of voice. And then at the end when you are telling about LSD, when you could have come, listen, use the 3 spaces. So the next time the audience, you should do this, LSD, listen, snap and disappear. So use that voice which you always do. I think today that was a bit missing. And I think second recommendation would be, I saw that the people at the back, you didn't have the eye contact. So have the eye contact, because as and when you are going further, the audience would get bigger, right? So you have to make eye contact with the people in the front, you have to make eye contact with the people at the back, in middle, everyone you have to make that eye contact. So that would be the second recommendation. All in all, it was a wonderful speech, very well crafted, very well storytelling done. So your objective was very well achieved. Just incorporate these 2 recommendations, and those 2 are also keeping your bar, your speeches in mind. So all the best for it.
Thank you so much, Kritika, for the detailed and constructive feedback. Now, the second evaluator is Toastmaster Leela. Would request her to come forward and give her evaluation. All the best, Toastmaster Leela.
Very well crafted speech, I should say. She started the speech with a question. What's the meaning? Why the question is being asked? Get the attention of the audience. This is what she has done. She started her speech in a very organized way, like asking questions from the audience. Then she stepped into the first thing of his life, that she had joined one school and she remained there for 5 years, 5 long years, where she challenged herself to be in comfort zone, but she was not. She was not comfortable in that school. So she challenged herself in that. She felt rejection many times, and then one of her family members told her, she motivated her to do that job. Then she explained that living in her comfort zone is not good. She should step out of that. Being uncomfortable is more comfortable if you want to do that job. That one push is necessary in life, that she has already talked about. Don't wait for the right time to happen. The things better. So she talks so many things. She had taken so many examples from her life in her speech, well crafted speech. And one thing that I found her that is the best, that she had that confidence while giving her speech. She had that eye contact. I have seen her that she was there, the hand movements, the gesture, body language was appropriate, because I have seen her from her first speech till now. She has improved a lot. So I congratulate her that she is improving, and this platform is still helping her to improve. But there is one recommendation, only one recommendation that I want to tell her, that please use the entire space of stage. She was confined only to this corner of the stage. She has not gone through this area, not even through W approach that she could take. Only one thing, otherwise the confidence level, body movement, gestures, eye contact, everything was perfect. One recommendation only, that movement should be whole stage, need to cover whole stage area. Otherwise, she is very perfect, well crafted speech, well organized.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Now we have third evaluator, Toastmaster Vishu. She is evaluating Toastmaster Rahul's speech. Huge round of applause.
Thank you. TM Rahul gave a wonderful speech on a friend's wedding. He started with a beautiful message saying that weddings connect people. And that's how he narrated his story entirely throughout 6-7 minutes, telling us how we should not miss a chance to be part of these weddings and ensure that we make most out of it. So I really commend TM Rahul for coming with a speech with a purpose. It had a beautiful purpose. Alongside, I have another things that I really want to appreciate him. First is intonation. To ones who don't know what is intonation, intonations are where you stress on certain words. Why stressing on certain words are important or is important is because it gets attention of the audience, and that's how, to give any speech, it is important that you use intonations. The next beautifully articulated speech had inflections. What is inflection? Inflection is when you use your voice modulation. You have high pitch, low pitch. So he had high pitch when he wanted to show his excitement about escaping from the wedding and going to the ghat. And when he couldn't make in time, he lowered his pitch and talked about their anxiety of not reaching in time. So beautifully used voice modulation and inflections, I would say. Another one I really want to commend him about is humor. He brought in humor in the speech, which was, and we all kept laughing about how he escaped through the wedding and came back again in the same clothes. So kudos to you for that. If I have to recommend you something, is that when you started the speech, in terms of content expectation, you said marriage is about two bodies, one soul. I thought you would speak more about marriage, you would talk about more about wedding, what happened in the wedding. But it was more about how you escaped from the wedding. Then the second recommendation is, I understand at some point in time we have long pauses. Try to avoid long pauses as much as possible. But as I conclude, I would say that he has given a beautiful message to all of us that we must attend weddings, and these are the perfect occasions for us to connect with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishu. Now, let's welcome Toastmaster Pratik with grip. I forgot to invite Toastmaster Kritika, as she is performing the role of table topic evaluator. Huge round of applause.
speaking by Toastmaster, by table topic master, guilty or not guilty. I think that was quite different and it created humor in each and every topic. So wonderfully done. Kudos to the Toastmaster, table topic master. And you very well explained the overall approach and how, and you also helped the guests to understand the topic. That was wonderfully done. Coming to the table topic speakers, first speaker, guest Amit, who was accused of replying to a serious email. Good that you came. That was quite courageous that you came for the first table topic as a guest. So kudos on that. Just one recommendation, and I think it just gets better as and when you come. That is for all the guests. I think it's common for everyone. That when you come on the stage and when you speak, although you are nervous, each and everyone here is nervous. So accept that you are nervous, and each and everyone else is also nervous. Don't keep your hands clasped. Keep it open. It will help you be more open to what you are speaking and help the audience to get more of what you are saying. The next speaker was Toastmaster Gaurav. Wonderfully explained the story of how he was not guilty of eating the cake which was marked for the CEO. He thought it was for him only. So wonderfully created story. I think for next step, I would just, I think Mr. Gaurav has left the meeting, but this is for everyone also, to try standing straight on the stage, right? You cannot have a body which is clutched on the stage. That shows lesser confidence. How, again the same thing, how much nervous you might be, stand straight and show that you are confident, and that would help you become confident eventually. Next table topic speaker was Toastmaster Harsh. Good story. Again, for next level up, you can now, as you are going up in Toastmasters, now you have started giving a good story in table topics. Now next step for you would be to try using some voice modulation or something creative in your table topics, right? That is for the next step. Okay. Next was Toastmaster, I think, guest Hemant. I think nice story. I think there was some bit of confusion, at least maybe if it was for me only, that you gave the presentation when you were sleeping. I think the topic was that you was sitting straight in front of the laptop but you were sleeping. But the topic was a bit misunderstood, that you gave the speech, gave the presentation on the bed or something. So just listen to the topic a little clearer. Toastmaster Tanav, the next speaker, humor was wonderful. You have really started using humor wonderfully, because you just speak very casually and you create humor. So that's keep that up. That's a very good trait of a speaker. So great. Again, for your next step, as I told to Toastmaster Harsh, your next step again would be to start using a little voice modulation, some more creativity when you're delivering, because content is good. The next step would be voice modulation. The next speaker, Toastmaster Mukesh. Again, nice humor, good speech. I think he also was a bit away from the topic, because your topic was to take revenge, and while it was humorous that you told about your first table topic, but the revenge thing, that was not coming out when you spoke. Next is Toastmaster guest Tanmay. Kudos that you came on the stage. This is for all the guests who came on the stage for the first time. Kudos that it takes a lot of courage to come on the stage for the first time. So great. You can, again, same recommendation for you also. Don't keep your hands clasped. Keep it open and try speaking for more than 1 minute. It is difficult, but try being a little bit more creative and try speaking a bit more. Next was guest Shafali. Same recommendation as the earlier one, that just try speaking a little more, be a little more creative, more than, so for everyone 1 minute is the minimum time. Try at least speaking for 2 minutes, because the maximum time is 2 minutes 30 seconds. So for audience to understand what you want to say, you at least need 2 minutes. You just can't be saying that yes, I didn't want to do that, or I'm not guilty, or I'm guilty. You have to explain what you are saying, okay? So the next time when you come on the stage, try speaking for 2 minutes. The last speaker was guest Dikshita. Again, very clear on what you said, but you could have again added a little more story because of your trip to Manali, or you can say about any trip over there. Okay, so same. Try speaking for 2 minutes. That's it from my side.
Thank you for letting us know that the content part is just 7 to 8%, and the delivery part is other than that 7 to 8%. So we have to work more on the delivery part rather than working on the content part. Now we have, let me invite Toastmaster Pratik with his grammarian report. Two rounds of applause.
Hello everyone again. So I have prepared my report. So I have noted down some good uses of language and some incorrections that I will explain. So, but I will start with appreciating all the speakers. I mean, they were just flawless today, and they have also used good language. And for example, I can mention something like TM Muskan mentioned AI is notoriously known for giving like incorrect or the false images. So I believe here notorious means which is very famous but in negative way. And then TM Nayanshi, she mentioned bubbles appeared in mind, like lot of thoughts appeared in the mind. And then she also mentioned I collected my courage. And I also noticed some good words like appealing, crafted and confined. So kudos to all the speakers who used good words. But I believe this word of the day was only used once, that is by me only. So I recommend all of you to use word of the day, because I believe it was quite common and maybe it might be used quite easily. And there are some areas of improvement, like someone mentioned I am chose, so it will be I chose. And someone mentioned I have not eaten while narrating the story in the past, so it will be I had not eaten. And someone mentioned I have been while narrating the story in the past, so it will be I had been. So these were some recommendations and some good uses of words from my side. And apart from that, I have some couple of improvements as well, like we say very bad or very good. So instead of that, because these are very common words, so we can say excellent, remarkable in place of very good, and we can say horrible, terrible in place of very bad. And apart from that, I also noticed some pronunciation of the word like THE. So whenever there is a consonant after the THE, so then we say the, and if there is a vowel after THE, then we will say the. So I believe these are some recommendations, and that I believe are that will just make your speech much better.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for letting us know the grammar rules that are very difficult to keep inside us. Now let's welcome Toastmaster Ashish Singh with his counter report. You can all the best, Toastmaster Ashish Singh.
So as I said initially, so here is the report. So TM Muskan used R 5 times, and Pransul like 2 times, TM Sonu 2 times, R 2 times, Saksham 1 time, TM Pratik 4 times, Snehalata and Nancy, there is no observation, good. Rahul took one long pause, and Mr. Ashish, TM Ashish Lal 1, guest Amit, you are 3 times, TM Gaurav are 3 times, Hers are 4 times, guest Hemant are 3 times. There is no observation for Tanav and Mukesh. Guest Tanav. There is another Tanav. Okay. So 1 time, 1 time, and Sefali are 3 times. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashish. Let's welcome Toastmaster Saksham with his timers report. Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Saksham. All the best, Toastmaster Saksham.
Thank you. So let's start with TM Neelam. She took 2 minutes 31 seconds. Toastmaster TM Muskan took 70 minutes. Toastmaster Rahul as presiding officer took 4 minutes 52 seconds. Toastmaster Priyanshu, the joke master, took 2 minutes and 2 seconds. He's qualified. Toastmaster Sunu took 4 minutes and counting. Toastmaster Saksham took 2 minutes in the first and now still counting. Toastmaster Ashish took 1 minute 51 seconds, you are qualified. Toastmaster Pratik Karverian took 3 minutes, you are qualified. Toastmaster Snehalata, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right, she took 7 minutes and 12 seconds. Toastmaster Kritika, the evaluator, she took 3 minutes. Toastmaster Nayanshi took 5 minutes 34 seconds. Toastmaster Neelam, the evaluator, she took 3 minutes 2 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul took 6 minutes and 58 seconds. Toastmaster Vishu took 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Toastmaster Ashish Lal, the Toastmaster of the day, took 5 minutes. Guest Amit took 1 minute 14 seconds. Toastmaster Gaurav took 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Harsh took 1 minute 21 seconds. Guest Hemant took 1 minute 35 seconds. Toastmaster Tanav took 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Mukesh took 1 minute 30 seconds. Guest Tanmay took 50 seconds. You are disqualified. Guest Shefali took 55 seconds. Again disqualified. Guest Dikshta took 44 seconds. Again you are disqualified. Toastmaster the table topic evaluator took 5 minutes 30 seconds. Very much more than time you are qualified. And the break took 5 minutes. And so back to Toastmaster.
Now it's my time. I'm here with the general evaluation for today's meeting. Meeting started at sharp 10:30. Now few members were not there. Still few role players were not there. Still the meeting started at 10:30. Kudos to all the members and especially Sergeant at Arms. Coming to the first role player, that is Sergeant at Arms. This role is like Toastmaster Neelam is SAA, and she is always full of energy and smile on her face. This is the role which sets the tone for the entire meeting. Kudos to Toastmaster Neelam for that. Now, all the 3 speakers were amazing. We had one or the other takeaways from all the 3 speakers. Evaluators already have given the evaluation. I will not be touching upon that. Now, coming to table topic master, topics were amazing, creative, lot of creativity was there, and it was like we all enjoyed. We all have the same view that we enjoyed the table topic session today. Only one recommendation for the table topic master, that is you are master of that session. So you have to keep the full control, like how much time is left, how much time is with you. You should know that. Others should not point that out. Now, all the three evaluators had followed the CRC approach. You know what is CRC approach? That is commendation, recommendation, and again commendation. So kudos to all the 3 evaluators. Only one feedback or one recommendation I do have. One of the evaluator has used the word to, you. So in place of you, you have to use the word as the second speaker, like he or she, or the name of the person, instead of using the word you. Now, few recommendations from my side. That is, if you have taken the role, the rule says that you have to come at least at 10:15, and even not at 10:15, then before 10:30, because a lot of coordination is required to run this meeting smoothly. And if the role player himself is coming late, it becomes very difficult to assign that role at the last moment. So please keep that in mind. Now, sometimes roles are taken at the last moment, and the person is always there in his own flow. So it becomes very difficult to remember exactly that introduction of the other person. So it's okay. Like someone introduced someone, like the person is not that and that or this, then it is okay. It's not required to tell to the person upfront that this is not my introduction. So please try to avoid that. And the third thing is handover of the control. Whoever is on the stage, he is master of that particular activity. So whenever you come in, you take the handover, and whenever you are going out, you give the handover back. Now, sometimes I felt that introduction of the speaker was missing, and yeah, that's all from my side, and all the best for the upcoming meeting. With this, I hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sonu. That is it from my side. I will be signing off as team on for the day. I will now hand over the stage to presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Muskan. A big round of applause for all the role players, participants, speakers, and the audience. One commendation from me is that today I really liked evaluations, especially speech evaluators. So kudos to all the evaluators. A big round of applause for them. They all have followed the format that they're supposed to, and they performed really well. Voting links are shared.
Yeah.
I would request everyone to do vote so that we can decide the best role player, best speakers, and best evaluators. And members to share the QR code with the guests so that they can also vote. There might be name Dipanshu. Let's replace that with Kritika. Let's assume that is Kritika. We cannot. So there.
There's TT, Kritika, and there's TS, evaluator, and Toastmaster.
Whoever votes for Dipanshu, the Kritika gets what is it?
But probably nobody will vote for Dipanshu there. So let's assume Dipanshu is Kritika. I would also request members to share the QR code with the guest as well before voting. Meanwhile, let's get started with the guest feedback. I would request guests to share something about the meeting. Something they liked, something they want to suggest any improvements if they could. Sir, let's start with you. Yeah. So any kind of feedback, something you like, something you dislike about today's meeting. Would you like to share anything?
There was more training session that was
Sorry.
I was saying that there was more guilty and more guilty session.
Talking about the table topics, we want more
topics. We have a limited time. If we give more time to table topics, then obviously within 2 hours it will be difficult to wrap up the session. So there are limited time for each segment. For table topics, it's usually 20-25 minutes. So you will always have 7, 8 or max 9, 10 speakers. And also it's we do prioritize members. Only few guests can participate, maybe 2, 3, depending on the number of members have attended. Yes, sir.
It was good for me, and I have played a good role. And this is my first session, so I saw first time this type of strategy and the method that we are using there. So as of now, it's good flow.
Thank you for sharing your background.
Could you repeat your question?
Feedback. Feedback. Anything you like, dislike about today's meeting?
I liked how specific the evaluations were and how clear the recommendations were, and I liked how everyone who spoke, I don't remember the names of the things, sorry.
Let's say Toastmasters.
Yeah, so the speeches, like, they were very clear, and the amount of pauses were like very nice. I don't really take pauses when I'm speaking because I'm very nervous, so I rush the speeches, and I just want to end those speeches. But like how they were speaking, it felt so calm, and it was like I could really understand what they were trying to say.
Thank you.
I think there are no suggestions, but yes, everything went on smoothly. I like the feedback session the most because it gets to know, the person gets to know what their weaknesses and positives. I think awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, in terms of sessions, I guess I like the Sneha's session the most. It was really commendable. And then in terms of the format of this Toastmasters, the evaluation part, as other people also saying, it is really most important thing. It lets you know that this is what you have done wrong, and this is the good thing which you have done. I guess for suggestion, I guess if you can just switch off the fans, it would be easier. For some speakers, the voice was a little low, it was difficult to catch the voice. Probably we can do something.
Thank you. So instead of turning the fan off, I would request speakers to speak loud so that everybody.
So everybody please vote. Still, some of you have not voted.
Yeah, do vote.
Please.
Yes, sir.
I want you to take a moment and invite our little guest on the stage when he speaks something.
Yeah, I was just going to the little guest. Actually, sir, would you like to share anything from here? Anything you like, dislike? Was it exciting or was it boring for you? Yes.
Actually, I was nervous at starting, and for some time I got like I enjoyed the part of evaluation also, and the story of the bad wolf or the good wolf was amazing, and that's very good for the timing that you noted all the timings, and yeah.
What's your name?
Ask it.
A big round of applause. Also, for everybody's information, Toastmaster is actually for there is an age limit of 18 years, but there are garage club as well for kids. So I would request you.
I was going to ask this question offline.
So there are basically there is a part of Toastmasters which is for kids. We call it garage club. So sir can join there.
Is there any age limit for that?
No. I think there might be minimum age limit obviously. She was part of Gabby's club.
Yeah, it's just 18. Below, I mean, we won't send.
Obviously, yes. Once your kid becomes maybe 8 years
The age of we can speak.
No, I think it's above 10.
Because I check for my keys, they don't take for 8. I mean, okay, at my time, any kid was allowed, honestly.
So maybe minimum age 10.
Now they must have allowed.
Otherwise, the kid is not even able to speak. Let's make his speech. Yes, Toastmaster.
So there is a tie between evaluators. All the 3 evaluators are the same. So
All
please
3 years.
vote.
Raise your hands if you have voted.
Those who have not voted, please.
Please vote.
Guys, please vote. I have voted. Everybody has voted.
Who has not voted?
So let me. I have also not voted, so let me Wait, did I?
Lots of pressure. We moved, we voted for.
But what if 3 more members vote and the vote went distributed again?
Jointly deliberated.
Now I got one.
Okay.
Yep, okay.
So I don't decide, otherwise everybody will be blaming me. Yeah, okay, so.
Again tie between balloons.
I told.
Who are there?
Manifesting all things.
I'm getting a joint vote to all. That's how what thing would be futuristic. I'm almost like
Except for anyone else.
Please vote those who have not voted.
let the presiding
Your
officer
vote is
decide.
there in time.
No, she is also.
I'm voting right now
Yeah.
because I have not voted yet.
Please.
Then
Let me see. Yeah.
Just like to not vote, otherwise there might be that. Okay, I think we have the results. Yeah, I actually few cases are really.
A few days later.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
I voted.
Would you like to share anything about today's meeting?
Yeah, it was a good session. I think some of the table topics were quite tough because guilty or not guilty to speak on it is quite tough. But otherwise, it was a good session and quite informative and a good chance to improve your skills.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing a big round of applause. In table topic masters defense, it's fine to have tough topics, difficult topics, because in real life situations, you might actually be thrown with such topics, and there you cannot say that it was tough, please give me easy topics. So that is the purpose of table topics or impromptu speech section. Be it any topic, just try to express yourself. Over time, you'll see that you are getting better with this kind of events, where you are given a topic on short notice and you are able to actually speak better. So initially, there would be problems, but consistently you will see the improvement. Yes, sir. Last.
I think the meeting went really well. The transitions between all the role players, it was also very nice. The speakers were good. The evaluation sessions were good. Some general points I noticed which can be improved was I believe there were a lot of movement during the meeting. So if that can be restricted, I can understand it's something which cannot be controlled, but still if it can be, it will really increase the efficiency of the meeting.
Thank you. We'll definitely work on the improvements. I could see we had some disturbances. It happens, but we'll try to improve on this from the next meeting onwards. Now let's go to the awards.
Who has voted now?
He is voted.
Again there is a tie.
It's done now.
But I have already made them. No issue. Because
Let's start with the best auxiliary role player. They had three wonderful role players. Toastmaster Saksham as the timer, Toastmaster Ashish as the counter, and Toastmaster Pratik as the grammarian. Who do you think is the best auxiliary role player for today's meeting? What is the name of the timer?
Toastmaster Saksham.
It goes to Toastmaster Saksham. Now the best Toastmaster Muskan as the keynote, Toastmaster Pranshul as the joke master, Toastmaster Ashish as the table topic master, and Toastmaster Sonu as the general evaluator. Who do you think is the best role player for today's meeting?
Ashish.
It goes to Toastmaster Ashish.